On May 1st, any senior could scroll through Instagram to see people from their past representing the college or university they're going to. Decision day is a big deal, and for my group, it was a little sad to see our old friends going off to nice schools, especially the friends that live in nicer areas of Portland. This got us thinking, how does where you live and what income you have affect college choice?
Oh. According to the Education Trust, the lowest income students with the highest scores in 8th grade standardized tests are less likely to go to selective colleges than the highest income students with the lowest test scores, and only 16% of lower income students attend highly selective institutions, and fewer than half pursue higher education at all.
We asked our peers what high school they go to, what their GPA is, their highest SAT or an ACT score, their annual household income, whether or not they had an ACT or SAT tutor or a prep class, whether they had a college admissions counselor, and what college they will be attending in the fall.
For our first test, we chose to do a 2 proportion z-test based on the theory that families with a higher income are more likely to go to a more expensive college. Our P1 was the proportion of those with an annual income below $100,000 a year that have kids that attend a private college, and our P2 is the proportion of those with an annual income above $100,000 who attend a private college. Our null hypothesis states that people that make less than $100K are more likely to go to a private school, and our alternative hypothesis states that people that make more than $100K are more likely to go to a private school. With the claim in the alternative hypothesis and an alpha value of 0.05, we got to work. We also made sure that our data was approximately normal, that n was greater than or equal to 30, and that n times p was greater than 5 and n times q was greater than 5. We went on to calculate our p hat 1 and p hat 2 values. For our p hat 1 value, we got 0.19, and for our p hat 2 value, we got 0.537. We then calculated p bar by using the equation x1 plus x2 over n1 plus n2. By doing so, we got a p bar value of 0.385. We then began to input all of the values into our equation and begin to calculate. We got a p-value of negative 3.47. This allowed us to reject the null hypothesis. There is enough evidence to support the claim that a higher proportion of people that make over $100,000 a year go to a private college.
Using our data on GPA, annual family income, and ACT scores, we wanted to look at how GPA and annual family income affect ACT score. To do this, we ran an ANOVA test with an alpha value of 0.05. Our null hypothesis was that there is no significant correlation between GPA, annual income, and ACT score. Our claim was that there is a significant correlation between GPA, annual income, and ACT score. Using the resulting data, we found that the p-value is considerably smaller than our alpha value, which was 0.05. This means we reject our null hypothesis. Our data supports our claim. Also, our correlation coefficient R was 0.526, which indicates that the correlation strength is moderate. This means there's a substantial relationship between GPA and annual income and the resulting ACT score.
Our study wasn't perfect. Thanks to our short time frame and our status as high schoolers and not researchers, our study had several limitations and biases. By gathering data mostly through posting a link to social media, we used convenience sampling. Additionally, we had a relatively small sample size of just over 100 usable responses, which made it impossible to perform some of the tests we originally wanted to. Because we used a survey, we introduced voluntary response bias, and all of our data is self-reported. Some people may not have accurately known their GPA or annual income. Last but not least, we had confirmation bias. Before we collected any data, we thought we knew what the results would be and undoubtedly unconsciously affected our study as a result.
Both GPA and income affect ACT and SAT scores, which are a key component of admission to many universities.
People who make over $100,000 a year send their kids to private schools at significantly higher rates than those who make less than $100,000 a year.
Private school tuition, an average of $32,410, while public in-state is $9,410. And that's not even including other costs like room and board and transportation, according to the College Board.
Additionally, many private colleges have need-aware admissions, meaning they use income and financial need as a factor in determining acceptances. Logically, schools are much more likely to accept students they will not have to support with financial aid than those they will.